It's time. Also, something is up with the microphone still. But yeah, the signal should be a little better. Does mean the antenna is on the floor. We'll see what happens. It's got a better signal than it did yesterday, so fingers crossed. Okay. Let's see how this goes. Just take our scant amount of money. And to be totally honest, I don't know what I'd even go for other than Mora and talent books at the moment, but we'll see what happens. Made me realize that I think I forgot to actually use 160 resin yesterday. I am not sure what I'm all gonna... Oh right, it's Milani. Some spray feather grills, and oh yeah, they encourage you to go check out the new area. That's fun. Okay. Yada yada, I do that garbage already. So, do dailies real quick, and then go back to theater, because I've realized what I needed to do, which was save up a Freminet or UL Hyperbloom team, preferentially Freminet, because... Let me see, how many cons does my Freminet have again? He's got, oh, just 3. But it boosts the normals, which is quite nice. In the end, it's not a big deal. Not a big deal. We'll be okay. Come on. See how this all goes. Got Ineffa going. Look, it's Lunar Charge. Isn't that nice? Okay. Alright. Boom. And that didn't quite do it. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Holy crap. That's pretty darn good. Lunar Charge on you. Yeah, that's some pretty darn good damage. What I do wonder is whether it might still be better to use Corind against the Tenuktazok local legend, the Cactus guy, Cactus Cowboy, who's going to be in... Oh, goodness. Cactus Cowboy, who's going to be in Stygian Onslaught this time around. We'll be starting this Friday. Other questions about artifacts I'm going to find from Stygian this time around. It's not a big deal. Okay, and she also just needs more in the way of... Oh, goodness. More in the way of energy recharge, but again, the second artifact set for Node Cry gives a little bit of ER. The main thing is that as of right now, Orhun is battering... Oh, hello. Zap. Zap. Come on. Oh, it also... It's got Sackbow, because who's got... Oh, because Farazan's got the Favbow right now. It's not a big deal, but still. Okay, let's see. And try this out. Yeah, it's crazy to think that... Hello! Awfully forward, but you know, I respect it. How are you doing? You should check the redeems. I actually added another redeem. It's a bit of a point sink, but it may be of interest to you. I'd advise you check it out, potentially avail yourself of it. There are some... Yeah. I'm wondering what her reaction will be if the next time it's seen. I've prepared a few things to realize the dream, so we'll see how all that works. Yeah, but this team is actually working pretty well. kind of want to try this out one more time, really. Also, the burst itself is very effective. I will say, though, that the hydro application of Freminet here leaves a little bit to be desired. And honestly, I want to see how Yelan would do on this team, potentially. Because the healing isn't incredible, and also just new outfit. It's you. It's you. Let me see, and she's still got the R5 Fab. Yeah, this is going to be better for keeping Hydro application up to actually get reaction procs. Especially since Aoife cannot actually keep pace with Fiorena's ceiling unless he's at C6, which is funny in a sad and bad kind of way, but what are you going to do? What are you going to do? And she's still here. I wonder what makes her move on, if anything. She's got the same... Maybe, though we don't know how things are going to work yet. I think it'd be very possible that she's there because she would meet us at the stadium to take us to Notecry for the start of its Archon quest. Potentially. It's hard to say. My question... Okay, let me see how much better, if at all, this would do against the wave fight on the... Wave fight here. Well, also, there is... I don't know. It would probably, just to keep the application up, it might be better to... We could try Xingqiu and Yelan together. Hello, how are you doing? I have made more reacts, and redeems, and I'm telling everyone about them. I think they're interesting and useful. We'll see what happens. Okay, let's see how this goes with Yelan, because it's sort of Yelan or Xingqiu for a pure lunar charge team. It is! Yelan on vacation. Yelan-cation. And of course it's cheaper right now. And I guess we're not going to be able to use that. That's fine. Okay. Let's just see it. It's okay. 3-1's actually a little bit better. Probably because of the AoE, potentially. That's interesting. Also, the resistance they have to a lot of the damage dealt is not helping. This is not exactly the best way to test her out, but there's not a lot of repeatable wave content in this game. Yeah, you can go fight the Ruin Guards in Guyun, but that's not hard. It's silly. Yeah, again, I'm trying to figure out what the best team to use against the Technotic's local legend is going to be, and it's rough. Okay. She also just needs more energy recharge. It's not bad considering all the resistances, but it's annoying at times. And they also aren't really grouping. Yeah, that's okay. I do enjoy the new reaction, though. It's actually not half bad. The issue with that, among other things, is that Ineffa is... Well, Chaska's needed for the other boss in Stygian. Well, one of the other boss. They've also got the... Oh, the Papilla this time around, which... You could use Keenich, but you really want to be using Chaska for it. Because... she's a little bit better for its purposes. It would not be very good. The main thing is that Raiden doesn't build EM, and if you're trying to maximize the damage of the Lunar Charge, which is Ineffa's gimmick, the main thing is that she's not crazy. The main thing is that Lunar Charged is... Oh, and when they vanish, they drop particles. That's fun. It's all reaction damage. It doesn't get much from anything other than EM and potentially shredding enemy resistance, but something like Viridescent. Raiden doesn't build EM. It's not going to get any kind of burst damage bonus from Raiden's eye. Yeah, it's purely off of EM. With... The weird thing, though, and this is how Flynn's is going to work next patch, who is basically the Keenich to Ineffa's Emily. She deals some damage considered Lunar Charge damage with an attack multiplier. I don't believe that EM... No, it should actually. EM would increase this as well, I believe. The main thing is that damage bonus won't help this, because it's considered reaction damage, but its base is based on her base is an attack multiplier. It's very weird. And the interesting thing is that it's very plainly meant to sort of take Freminet out of meta. Because damage percent does nothing. Does absolutely nothing for Lunar Charge reactions. It's going to be interesting to see how the meta shifts. They also have Lauma, who literally looks like a Wuwa character in various ways. Her thing is a Lunar Bloom, which is, interestingly enough, maybe going to make Nilu back meta, which doesn't mean much to me because I don't have Nilu, but we'll see what happens. And also I wonder if... Let's try this again with Xingqiu, actually. See how well that works. Just because he has better Hydro application. Even better Hydro application. And another outfit. It's pretty funny how their revamped haircuts are actually pretty similar. It is what it is. Well, let's see how this goes. Well, I should probably cancel... Yeah, again, it's... Wave content's fun, but the fact that they've all got different resistances and only spawn back in after you completely destroy a wave makes this really annoying for anything other than, I don't know, Pyro or Dendro. Lisa would be okay with Ineffa. Lisa really... The thing about Lunar Charge is that it doesn't really require that much Electro app. The thing about Lisa is that she has a crazy amount of Electro application, which means she's best suited for Dendro. You want to run her Quicken, ideally. It's interesting. And set up with that. Lure them all to one side. What the... Of course they hitboxed me. That's annoying. Come on. And we can get a bit more application here, but why is that one bishop just staying away? I really don't like that. Okay. And this works a bit better, which is really not all that surprising, actually, but we'll see. It's anytime you would trigger Electro Charge, which is to say Hydro and Electro application, it instead summons the Thunderclouds, which intermittently attack anything with both Hydro and Electro app. Which means that you have to be keeping the application up, which is honestly more than a little annoying. But it is what it is, and it's any character on the team can trigger it, which is really the important thing. Also, her burst is a really big multiplier too, but since she's not normally going to be building damage percent, and it's not counted as Lunar Charge damage, it's not actually that good. It's kind of like how Kirara's burst multiplier is in theory really good, but in practice not really. Hello! Yeah, it would be decent if you're trying to make it work. Hello. There's a new redeem. Check the channel redeem options. There's one I think you might find interesting. And... take you out, see how much better this goes. Pretty darn useful. Boom, boom. And... okay. Oh, that was silly. We got kind of the same. Check the most expensive one. It's actually a little... yeah. Look at it. Enjoy it. Experience it. Understand it. Comprehend it. Okay. There are your points. You donated to yourself. Okay. Just a second. Give me a second while I actuate this. Just a second here. And that's gonna be the very first donation to the fund. Okay. Okay. Well, you wouldn't really get the reference, honestly. It's very, very... Have you ever heard of Seinfeld? Are you familiar at all with Seinfeld? Well, one way or another. Okay. Just check the server. Something just happened. Something just happened in the server. If you're familiar with Seinfeld, you may understand. And there's a new channel that was made in the server. Something was sent there that I think you might want to see. Maybe. Well, we're gonna try this again, because I know what I need to do this time. I'm not happy about that, but I understand. Yeah. Are you pleased? I mean, I imagine you have a pretty big stock of channel points. Okay, I think I'm going to need to explain the whole Seinfeld stuff. Because in Seinfeld, there was an episode called The Strike, where there was this made-up holiday called Festivus. And the sort of catalyst for everything getting involved was that the character George Costanza, who was this notorious cheapskate, in order to avoid having to spend any money on an office Christmas present, gave his boss a card that said, "A donation in your name has been made to the Human Fund, Money for People." And it was completely made up. And when he was confronted on it, he said that he did it. He gave a fake gift because he doesn't celebrate Christmas, but instead this made-up holiday called Festivus. And the characters had to put on this Festivus celebration to basically cover his ass. And that's what's going on. That's basically what I'm paying tribute to here. Also, holy crap, Venti should be in here. I should put in Venti, not... Okay. Yeah, but basically now there's... Now on the server channel Bala Fund, there's a little card saying that a donation has been made in your name to the Bala Fund. And I hope that makes you happy. Okay. Hopefully this works. We want to get Nahida and... well, we'll see. Star-studded cast... Not all of those. Good lord. Okay. Let's take all these, or some of these. We should try to get someone we can afford to kind of part... Well, that's nice. I'll take it. But we want Nahida now for the chicken. Also, honest to goodness. Well, the issue is that I used all my off-fielders up too early. Get some superconduct. And what can I put together? What can I put together? We gotta save Nahida for the final fight so I can run a Freminet superconduct team. That's the thing. Yielding, and we want low resistance linkage. Let me see. Just review that. Physical res, Cryo, and Electro. We're not really paying attention to Cryo there. Physical damage, deal. This is probably what we want, because we're focusing on physical to use Freminet. So it's sort of, we need a good set of Freminet buffs for the final fight. And then also just, oh my goodness, that's silly. I mean, it's more power. Okay. Let's try this out. Focus fire on a single enemy. We can do some kind of Mizuki superconduct. This is going to be so... Second donation to the Bala Fund. I was thinking about notating these down to put them in queue or something, but... Yeah, this is the trick. This is the point sync. Oh my goodness. Second Ball of Fun donation. Okay. Second donation. In theory, the numbers have enough for 1 million Ball of Fun donations. If we ever got up to that much, I think the Ball of Fund... I was kind of surprised that you weren't the first donor. It is what it is. Okay, second donation to the Ball of Fund. Okay, there you go. I think if more are made, I'm going to notate them and make it later. For now, this is how things are going to be handled for now. Let me see. How then? We want to save Shinobu. Sucrose is not great. Basically, we're trying to put together some kind of superconduct team, I guess. Yai is okay. Ah. We can make this work. Ganyu's actually usable, so we'll save her. Yeah. 1 million donations. Once it hits the 1,000,000th donation, then the Ball of Fund will be closed. It'll have fulfilled its purpose. Well, I'm glad it made you happy. I was trying to spread joy and merriment. So. See how this goes. Oh well. And after this fight, kind of in a position here. And let's see. See how well this works. Got our superconduct swirl. Okay. That's fine. And, okay. 1, 2, 3. We got a good amount of health, and I don't know what you want. You have to tell me. Is it gonna be the Skara Cryo ladder? Oh, okay. Nahida, the horse is here. That's all. I hope you're happy. Satisfied? Nahida, the horse is here. My take on Raiden is that she really does need a buff or a meta shift to be good again, because, and this was done deliberately to, okay, good, we're saving up on for Varesa. This was done deliberately to make her no longer meta, but, okay, let's see how this works. We could try that again, maybe. Somatic shock, yielding. We could go for the Varesa on them. Most characters don't really need a whole lot of energy anymore, unless you're running Xiangling, or really just Xiangling. There isn't really as much utility to having guaranteed energy recharge. Most characters rely mostly on their skills or non-energy mechanics like Skirk and Mavica, and this was done deliberately to make Raiden sort of fall out of the meta. Some people think that there's some rumors that there were going to be buffs. Well, there were going to be redesigns to character models that feel outdated, like Albedo, Diluc, and Ito, apparently. It'd be funny if they kept his noodle arms, but it'd be interesting to see, because some people say that also means buffs. I don't know if that's the case. The big thing is, let's go for the physical damage buff. And none of those. Who do we want? Enemies are easily grouped. We could do the same exact thing here. We'll try some Varesa. Yes. Do or do not. There is no try. I don't have a good Yoda voice. All I could really do was pinch my nose. I'm sorry. I hope you were satisfied. Okay. But it's interesting to see what meta shifts are made. And what's interesting also is that apparently the way you're going to be supposed to make teams in Node Cry is really weird, because it's not like Night Soul Burst where you're supposed to have as many Not-One characters as possible. It's specifically you want 2 Node Cry characters and 2 non-Node Cry characters. Because non-Node Cry characters buff Lunar Charge reactions based on their stats, apparently. It's based on their attack for Cryo, Electro, and Pyro, HP for Hydro, defense for Geo, and EM for Anemo and Dendro. Which also means that Albedo would be good again as, maybe, as a Geo character who just builds defense. Yeah, but I reserve veto rights, so you don't do anything that's gonna get me banned. But, yeah, more or less. I don't offend easily. And, sure. See how this works. Mizuker. And, let's see. In terms of damage, it ain't that bad. Don't really have much of that. That's okay. We will start swirling. Thanks. 1, 2. Well, yeah, but you know, you always have to make sure. Okay. Pretty darn good, for all things considered. It's nice that the superconduct does AoE damage and the waves spawn in gradually. That's really the big thing. Okay, and cool. 2, 3, and blast them. Gotta love it. Cool. That's all. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to use all these characters up right now, but to be fair, Sucrose literally doesn't have a build artifact set. Nuva's good, but I don't know. Who do we probably want more companions. Well, it's just what kind of team can I... Something with Varesa and then some kind of superconduct Dendro team. Should probably try to get one more character or something, maybe. Could go for some Stormgale. Hello, Wind Blessing. Electro Swirl specifically. And a free mystery cache. Let's go for it. Random special guest star. One vigor. Sure. Let's get... Well, that's new. Odd. That's pretty nice. We could get one of them early on. I will say that Shen is not amazing here. Just because the pure cryo damage... There aren't really a lot of great off-field options, and that's the thing. It's hard to say. That said, it would be good to just get one more person in here for the sake of it, but invite 6 random members. That's cost ineffective. It probably want to use Varesa with Nahida here. Maybe. I don't know. Don't have anyone to swirl. Used up both Sucrose and Mizuker, but should have taken an Anemo companion, really. Because there would have been a good chance of Xianyun or... Oh, let's try to get Anemo. Sure. That might have been a little silly, but let's take Kazuha. I think that was pretty nice. Can't take that, but we can take a mystery cache. Reset, and that is actually very good. Because we're low enough that this is cost effective. I like that. Oh well, that's okay. It's a free Hazel, I guess. And we can't do anything with the rest, but that was cost effective. I think Kazuha could put in Ganyu just for superconducts. As silly as that is. Okay, cool. Cool. Let's see how this works, as silly as this is going to be. This Yi team. Come on, Bapika. And keep that up. Boost our Electro. Oh, look! Look what just happened. Let's go for reactions, and I hope you... Okay, you're dancing and staying in place. That is very nice for me. And let's continue our violence. Okay, thanks. And what? Oh, we got Cryo Swirl this time. That is stranger. I'm okay with this. And, well, your energy is not great, but hey, if it works, it works. Come on. And lots and lots of damage. Let's get our kill. One more snack. Yay! Okay. Another mystery cache. It would probably be good, just in case we get another one of those to pick up. More of these first. Basic Bolt Leap. Blessing Electro. Plunging attack? Sure, this is the plunging attack boost. It's for bursts. I'm not sure, but I don't think we'll be doing much in the way of burst. Oh, I don't know. This is rough. Laser Flash Mark. Bleh. It's the number of stacks. Damage dealt by bursts. I kind of want to go for the Bolt Leap. Sure, why not? That's fun that way. Stormgale Evolution. Our blessings are better. And, well, the mystery cache is gone. Alright. So who can... What is a team I could use here? I do need to pick up more companions, because it's... Varesa should be saved. Probably Kazuha, too, because he's good. Her DPS is great. The main thing is that I do want to pick up Xianyun. Question is, would I try to run with Freminet? Because I do need... If I want Freminet, I need to get Xingqiu. So I can be running the Frozen, Hyperbloom, whatever, and gotta save her for Suanni at the end. I need to have Freminet, Nahida, Shinobu, and, well, I could use Shinobu once, I suppose. Big thing is that's off-field Electro. Hard to say what I want to use here. It's probably, this is what we want to do, I imagine. Question is whether using Move here would be a waste or not. I don't know. Hard to say. This may be dangerous. But no, oh, I can't even see how many channel points other people have. This is frightening. Okay. Could try using... Hazo... I should save Nu for situations where I really need him. Ganyu was nice, but Escoffier will be able to do the same thing. No, I am your father. I didn't know if you could even hear that. Well, I guess you could make 9 more donations to your own fund. Maybe to take economic inflation into account, I should increase the Bala Fund requirements or something. I don't know. Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. We finally figured out something interesting and useful. That makes me happy. Random famous quote. I did not know there were famous quotes by Bala. Huh. And of course that did nothing. At least they're aiming at me instead of the monolith. Oh, well, alright. Don't have that much in the way of healing. If we actually keep them stunned, that might be better. It's interesting to consider. Yeah, we could, instead of killing them, just distract them. Well, not actually. That's not really gonna work. Yeah, that was a stupid idea. Maybe. Yeah, but... That's comedy, right? Comedy is hard. And sometimes cruel. And this should hopefully be right in range. I think it is. Let's see how many we can hit. And I do not quite think that works. But it hit me, which is good. We need to make sure that jellyfish don't do their thing. Yeah, the more hits, I could just take the hits myself. That's so dumb. Okay, well that didn't connect. Come on. And... oh, it's the stupid jellyfish. Come on, die already. I don't really know his voice all that well, that's the thing. And that's in a good position, so it's not going to be hitting the monolith, because if it drops that on the monolith, I'm so dead it's not funny. Honestly, I would do a line read better than a quote. I'm not sure I can really do the Tom Hardy voice. If you give me a line or a set of lines, I can read them, but the voice, I don't think the voice would really work all that well for me, unfortunately. And yeah, all I had to do was put the Wi-Fi antenna on the floor, and it started working. And no one who cared who I was until I put the antenna on the floor. Okay, come on. This should be fine. And you just keep on doing your miserable thing. Is this smart? This was genuinely defense, which is crazy. This is actually defense. We were not killing our way to protection. We were genuinely just defending. Oh my goodness. Hor. I would not call that good. Back, and this was before I ever played the first two FNAF games and cheated on the first. But all of my impressions just involve covering my mouth. But I would joke about Golden Toy Freddy, who for reference is not a character that actually exists. There was a Toy Freddy and a Golden Freddy. There is no Golden Toy Freddy. But this shouldn't be that funny. It isn't that funny. Why am I laughing? Okay. So who could I... yeah, we can take him. Citlali would honestly be better. Let's go for the Elite Assault. Enemies are easily grouped. Huh, I never would have guessed. Okay. Citlali's gonna be good here for... yeah, nope. Yeah. Yeah, you merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, nurtured by it. No one cared who I was before I put on the mask. Yeah. What would happen if I took off the mask? It would be very painful. You're a big guy. For you. Okay, there's my Bane impression. I hope you liked it. Let me see who I don't want it. Sure, we'll use them here. Especially since we could keep Citlali for Nuv. That's fine. I don't have any actual blessings for this. That's fine, whatever. We'll be okay. We can just keep on swirling and... sure. Sitbala. It's a good thing he's just strong on his own. Don't really need much to make him good. Okay, and let's go for the punch. I did not know such a thing existed, and I was happy until recently not knowing such a thing existed, so there you go. Okay. Got enough time to beat 40 of them, I think. We should be okay. Just keep spinning. That's what we needed. And... well, a lot of people did make jokes about the whole "you're a big guy for you" thing. That was retro internet. And okay, whatever. This is a little rough, but the buff should work. Come on. Lots and lots of damage. Oh, hello. Nice. Oh, I'm aware. I am unfortunately aware of the Dream SMP fanbase. And the whole Dream George shit. It's kind of like me and Dom, except, you know, I don't know where I'm going with this. Okay. Let me see, and... Ooh, okay. We gotta try this one again. They don't really pay attention to what I do. I am gainfully employed. Kind of against my will, but... They don't really get bothered by anything I do. For better or worse. Let's actually put you in first. Sure. Punch him. And... freeze him. Very nice. And... get the big water balls going. Can put Citlali back on, sure. Punch you. And, well, maybe. Should have done that a little differently so we can keep her buff off, but I think that'll be okay. Just gotta make sure we can keep getting our water balls. Of course I totally messed up and missed. I hate my Super Chungus leg. Okay, well, we got our buff that way. And that's good. Okay, come on. Where are all of you? Thank you. We really just need Citlali and Noob, and that's it. Come on. Let's make sure we're hitting everyone. Spinning to winning. And please, please. That's our buff. Keep on moving, and that's pretty darn good. I appreciate this. Just keep on spinning. Spin. Spin. Got our burst back, even without any other Hydro characters in the party. Very nice. Yeah, exactly. That time the sword fell on me and I almost screamed. People were more annoyed by the scream than the fact that I almost got injured. Tells you how much they love and care about me. Well, really, that was one specific person who shan't be named. But that's life. And, let's see. Finish it out. We just gotta take one more down, and that's finished. Let's get all 10 stars this time. Yeah, that's why I'm exercising my right of refusal, because it would go against all my principles. Let me see. Varesa. We can use Varesa here. Then use Freminet on the other. Some kind of... Varesa, Kazuha, Citlali, and Xianyun. That would be nice. There's a song? What the heck? Okay, sure. And that's also just a buff. Let's take this. Increase that plunging attack damage. There we go. AoE, sure. And this is nice and good. Oh, by Ellie Goulding. She's good. Let's go for a bit more Bopeka. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you can follow basic instructions. It's nice. Okay. See this here, and... Kazuha, swirl this up, shred that, and oh, that's right, this is a plunging attack, so it counts as that for damage. That's right. Okay, come on, make this happen, and okay, please. Of course you got out of the way then. I hate you. Please, 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 and you know, this ain't half bad. We are doing pretty well, all things considered. Good for energy, too. Nice. And you're kidding. Come on, come on. And do it after this fight. And don't need to use that now. This is a rougher abyss. I mean, rougher theater than I expected and wanted, but that's okay, I guess. Thanks. Attack the weak spots, and keep all you in here. Thank you. Damage there, and it's better take you out. Oh, hello. Die, die, die. This damage is incredible. Good thing we got our plunge buff. Bam. Slam. There we go. Barely any time on the clock. Gotta love it. I will have order. There you go. Yeah, but, you know, I'm going to tell on myself with this one. I'm going to be telling on myself with this one. I joined theater to meet girls. It didn't work. I mean, I met girls, but... Okay. Still need to get them. I mean, are you really all that surprised? Who do we... Let's see. Electro would just be it. We don't really have any swirling other than Xianyun, which I don't know if she could run her own swirls, I guess. Run her own swirls with Iansan, but we need someone Cryo. Maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe. Frost Squall, Divergence. Sure. Cryo damage. Ice Mist. Anemo damage and... Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Let's just take this. What are you trying to say here? What are you implying? Oh, plunging attacks have an advantage. That interesting. And it doesn't really tell us how many we need to beat. But if we're plunging, I think this might be okay for us. We gotta save you two. And we have this specific team to run. That's funky. And... Well, we're kind of locked in. Could try some Lunar Charged, I guess. Maybe. This is preposterous. We one character here who's gonna be plunging. That's alright, I guess. Okay, cool. And... Well, we'll just spam Xianyun's own plunges. I think... Oh, holy crap. This actually kind of works. Okay. I'll take it. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, but we can get our free plunge. That's right. That's right. Okay. That's interesting. We do have our boost. Let's see if we can get a punch in. We can. That's fine. And cool. Keep on plunging on you. There's that flat damage. Gotta love it. Keep on smacking you. Good stuff. This is when theater's fun. When you can make stupid teams work. I don't even know. Let me think about that one. And are you gonna... I guess you only do hidey hole once. That's fine. Cool. There we go. It's a theater I've had to think about, but it's not terrible. But I do need to think about it. I also need to get more characters, and we gotta save Shinobu and Nahida. So, Venti won't be useful in a single target situation. Ineffa, Escoffier. Who do we have? We could use Freminet here. Don't really have other good on-field DPS characters anyway. Go full superconduct. Yeah, let's run you. Let's see how this is gonna work. Prayers. Is this stupid? Incredibly. That's fine. My hot take about theater kids is that it's a lot like choir in that, for reasons that make a lot of sense and are kind of logical on immediate second inspection, choir teachers and theater teachers often tend to be people who never really got over high school. And explains a lot of the pathologies that tend to arise. And it's just sort of, you know, it is what it is, but that's how a lot of it happens. And we're not really going to be moving much. That's kind of a shame. But we can use you as buffing. That's fine. Maguu Kenki. And, alright. Let's see how well this works. And, cool. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Guess who does great damage? This team, actually. That's great. 1, 2. Thanks. We even managed to dodge that. Ballin' hard. And it... What do you mean, like, Hamlet? I'm curious to what you mean by that. And... 1, 2, 3... Another one. Do not run away, you mongrel. Thanks. Oh, a quote from Hamlet. Okay. You know, the obvious one would obviously be to be or not to be, but that's silly. Let me think. And are you gonna... You are not going to stay away, which is good. I love the poise you've got here. Die to pairs. Love it. Freminet ballin'. Okay. Let's take official, decent, but we need to get Xingqiu. That's the thing. Get a rare mystery cache. So who? Say Freminet, Shinobu, and Nahida. Which means that I need a couple more characters. That's rough. Let's see. Can take... Who can we make work with? Zhao could work with Official and Escoffier, I suppose, and... Give me a... No, but I can't get that. Try to get a mystery cache. Give me a... One random character with alternate cast. 2 chances to reroll. Then really try for something that lets me get someone else back. Oh, that ain't good. We're gonna miss something. That sucks. Okay, okay. What can I afford to... You're kidding me. Come on. I could rewind a little. This is a rough one. After the last villain challenge, which is just right where we were. Yeah, we started where we were. Let's go for the mystery cache now and see if that lets me get a character. Just a second here. Yeah, methinks the lady doth protest too much. Methinks the bala doth protest too much. Okay, this... We got this 60, which is more characters, and that's the important thing. We'll take you. That's pretty good. Just to make sure. Let's go for Farazan 2. And this will be our ridiculous team. But we need to I gotta make sure I get Xingqiu. If I don't get Xingqiu, it's over. Okay, we will swirl. This is painful. I can try this, but... Well, we'll see. See how this goes. Okay. Alright. Oh, Lord. Do you want me to recite the to be or not to be monologue for you from poetryfoundation.org? I can do that for you. Okay, come on. It's not loading. Okay, now it's loading. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep. No more, and by sleep to say we end. The heartache and the thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to wish. To die, to sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. Okay, I've done enough of that. If you weren't aware, in that speech he's considering suicide. Okay, little grin. And let's spin that on you. Yeah, it's something. And you are not getting sucked in, that's wrong. Maybe this wasn't such a good choice. That's okay, I guess. Let's keep swirling here. You are not really all that crowd control is the thing. The damage ain't that bad, but I don't know. Okay, hello here. And boom. You know, if you can get it in the swirl, ain't half bad, but you have to get it in the tornado. Painful. Real suck. It's just, why do you not get crowd controlled, you miserable thing? I hate you so much. Because it's all about hitting you. Thanks, monstrous thing. Okay. Did we do it? Yeah, we just barely got that star. Okay, give us Xingqiu. You're kidding, die. 1 in 4 chance of Xingqiu. Let's do it. Yay! Actually, it was like 1 in 2. And fingers crossed, this is all we need. We've got the team. We don't have all the blessings, but we were able to put together the Xingqiu, Freminet, Nahida, Shinobu team, and that's what we needed to get all 10 stars, I believe. I hate my stupid Chunkus life. Okay. The order that I wanted to do this in. This is fine. Okay, right. I forgot to hydrate after that one fight. Who are the 2 women who hate each other? Bala and Alab? The evil reverse Bala? I would believe it. Okay, let's run it. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hello, Suanni. And there are gonna be some energy issues on this team, that is true. Thank you. And oh, that was the problem. I forgot to have her do the Hyperblooms. Forgot to put her ring down. Okay, whatever. Okay. Right. I didn't know they hated each other. Surprise to me. And let's take that. Nice. And cool. Boom. And holy crap, our damage is very good. I like that a lot. Boom. 1, 2, 3. Nice. Thanks. That's not perfect. Okay. Didn't know it'd be about her being rude. Okay. Thanks. 1, 2, 3. Slam again. Good thing we buffed our physical damage. Love it. And can keep stunning you pretty darn well. It's almost as if this team is good. Okay. It's just, what else was I supposed to use here? Die. Okay. We got all 10 stars, and I actually forgot to use the skill on that final Freminet couple of hits, but, you know, even sleep deprived and with all this garbage in my brain, it worked, and that's great. The revenge arc was successful. A lot of very close calls. And Varesa did a very good job. Yeah, but it's... Freminet was 100% who you were supposed to have for that Suanni fight, honestly. You could run Yua or Xianyun, but Yua's been even more off meta than Freminet is, and Xianyun just isn't good. There's really no use case for Xianyun. Even a year in, there was no use case for Xianyun, because it was sort of, okay, they started the game under the impression that even burst-reliant characters would be doing normals and not bursting every rotation, and that physical normals would get used. And that was why characters like Xianyun existed, to give you infusion. And then they started putting out characters like Ayaka, who had some level of self-infusion, and then other characters who had self-conversion, so that they couldn't even be infused at all, even if you wanted to, and it's just... Xianyun was created based on a fundamental set of assumptions that was quickly proven untrue. It's a shame. And there's our plat. Okay. Yeah, it was nice getting some use out of Varesa. The kind of teams that you end up running in theater are always preposterous, which is the point, but still. Really, I just needed to be a little better slept. But at least my rage yesterday was maybe a little entertaining. So, keep on going. The interesting thing about the GIF is that they got 2 Yeons. Okay. Photographic Muse, Cheerful Greeting, and Elegant Greeting. The hat! Possessance Majesty. Okay, stop. Tutting up. He doesn't have a broom. That's a lie. Filled with confidence, elegant countenance, and leisure time. Well, I don't even take pictures. And when I do, I don't even use poses. This is a fun one, because it lets you mimic an idol a little. It's interesting how many of them are essentially mimicking poses from the idols, in lieu of giving you just a way to proc poses from idols at will, but whatever. But the Githzerai are the monks who live in limbo, and they're creatures of sort of pure law who meditate in the dimension of pure chaos, because they got metaphorically big balls, I guess. But got none of that. Okay. Do some of this. Duel some rating on the current album's music score at any difficulty. Let's do that now. Well, it can't be used here. But originally, they were chaotic neutrals who were in the chaotic neutral plane because they were chaotic neutral. But I believe it was the game Neverwinter Nights. I did not play it, of course. Lots of games I haven't played that introduced the idea through a specific Githzerai who was lawful neutral, which was explicitly not like the others, but that character is well received enough that they changed all the others to be like them. Right outside, Pop, I can't see a thing. What if it was Asian outside? This little book is truly exceptional. The gripping plot is one thing, but the characters, wow, they're so well-rounded. They really break the mold. Can't thank you enough for inviting me to this incredible place, traveler. Next time I find a good novel, I'll make sure to get a copy for you. How nice. Okay. So then I could try the Raiden. Raiden Echo quest. Oh, hi, Nahida. She waved. Oh, that's cute. Don't much like sitting places where there's nothing to do. It's like looking at a blank page in a book. But since you're here, maybe we can liven things up. We'll make this time more meaningful. Aww. Pat, pat. Like, oh, we could share some stories with each other before we set off again. Oh. Okay. These are not characters that I often use in theater. If you don't mind me asking, what's the next mission starting? He wants to get to killing again. I know we're resting, but I feel a little anxious when there's nothing to do. Yeah. It's dead out around here. Which is to say, there's nothing left to kill. I kinda want to put my helmet on, maybe go sit in a quiet corner. Is that okay? Yippee! Autism creature. Okay. Let me see. And you... You can leave the trick your opponents to me. You're not even a DPS character. Shut up. You didn't invite me here after all, so do my part for the cause, no problem. As for a part that'll be exactly arranged however you wish, I can handle it. You are here to trigger hyperblooms, that's all. Okay. Right. Well, one way or another. It's so funny how Suanni is basically a Freminet boss. And we got our keys. What? What's that? What are you trying to say? But let's see how this works. And does my Raiden have... She has the catch right now. Just keyboard smash, or... You okay? Okay. Big thing is... What do we need about the part... Okay, okay. Because I called Freminet an autism creature. Were you amused, defended, or both? Okay, crit damage increased. Interesting. And it's just the PMA. Okay. Mildly bemused. It's fun how we do it in the point of view Thymia. It's very nice. And it... Yeah. And that's her title anyway. But it's also where we are right now. It's fun that it lets you get back here. And, oh, we're out of particles. That is funky-licious. Okay. And, come on. Don't quite have it. Oh, look. Let's run this. Cool. Thunder Surge time, so you basically want to sync up the burst to this. This is a rough one. But now we've got things going, which should be fine. Cool, and nice. Cool, and thanks. And well, not quite. Slash. This is actually not a bad one after the first rotation. I like this. It... No, not in the slightest. He unfortunately does not really have a use case. Not really. Outside of Virgin, which is interesting, but aside from that, nothing really. And cool. Cool. And 1, 2, 3. Oh, we needed to use that Thunder Surge. That's rough. Yeah, we've desynced. That's kind of awful. Okay. Yeah, we don't need to use that first, do we? Not quite. And let's see. We need to shorten that rotation. Best Raiden free-to-play team. Chevy's not bad. But the best free-to-play team is literally Raiden National. It's her, Bennett, Xiangling, and Xingqiu. And if you want me to come help you clear out the area where you fish for the catch... Oh, wait, you have her weapon. But in that case, you should get the catch for Xiangling. Because if Raiden doesn't need the catch, then you put it on Xiangling. It's a good weapon, which means that you want to have it. If Raiden doesn't need it, even better. Oh, okay. That's decent. Let's see. Let's battery you together. And come on, Chevy. You just want to get... The main thing is to battery Raiden as quickly as possible. I understand. Cool. Get your particles, and... Come on. Other strikes in. That's okay. Oh, look. It's time. Boom. Hit. Once. How did... She has no tracking. That's right. She's a year 2 character. She feels like dog shit to play. That's right. Okay, whatever. And this will speed things up a bit. Alright. Okay, cool. And come on. Thanks. Shoot. And let's wait for Thunder to strike. And there we go. What do you know? Thanks. Thank you. And let's hope and pray. And did that do it? Not quite. And you got Nahida in or something like that. And come on. Thank you. And what do you know? Good damage again. Decent damage at least. We need to make you work. Let's wait until the next Thunder Surge and come on. Well, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, I guess. Thanks. Damage on you and come on. You weren't quite working, were you now? Thanks. Cool. We got enough time for the whole shebang. This had better work. And thanks. Well, this is a non. Okay. I'm not sure this can even be done free to play. That is rough. But I don't really have better tools for her. I get the sense that you actually need her weapon for that. Maybe. We can try that some other time. I can look it up and practice or whatever, but that was harrowing. You know, let's do those performance rewards. See how it looks to try things on keyboard. It won't be great. The Shenhe one was more of a puzzle, but that is a DPS check for Raiden. Maybe if I took her burst to 10. Took her to 10, 10, 10, but still. Also, that's a SAR with no cons, which means... I don't know, let me think. Let's review how SAR's cons work. No, it's still... Be nice if I could use my constellations there, but unfortunately, no. And that would be really nice, because you can compensate for not having a strong Raiden by having other characters to use, but you're stuck using the trial characters for all the others, so if yours is not that good, you're not really in any kind of position to do much of anything. Which again, I imagine is partially by design, but... Because that Dia one, unless I were to build a Vorakasha set specifically, I do not imagine it's even doable with 4-star weapons in C0. Let me just... She's got everything. There's nothing that... It's not amazing. The artifacts could be better, but there's nothing wrong with them on the face of it, I suppose. Okay, they got new music, so... Let's try this here. New Not One album. One day, I'll figure out how to hook up my phone, and also probably get a new phone, because my phone screen's broken. But, and then just run through these later. 6 of them. How this goes here. Okay. Oh, the piano. Oh, what? This is so unpleasant on keyboard, you have no idea. Because it's a lot easier when you have to tap the physical notes. But there's this additional level of brain you have to do to think, okay, what key is this corresponding to? And since it's so reaction-based, it's... I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I'm not proud of it. It's... okay. So what song specifically do they want us to be? What's fun is that that's specifically the album's music score, so just any 8 tracks. Ah. Good lord. It's a lot easier on phone because you don't have to think, okay, what note is this key going to, and then press the note. You just have to tap the note as it falls down. Oh, and this is the theme when you're chasing after Voshkan. That's fun. Yeah, I've gotten some perfects on some of the legendary levels, but that's not happening unless I'm on phone. Also, you gotta familiarize yourself with the track itself. Also, maybe I need to hold my keyboard further up to the screen. No, I don't. That's bullshit. It's just not happening on keyboard. I haven't got enough sleep, and even if I had, I was never going to get a perfect on any difficulty with this. It's just... You don't want to be running rhythm games on a keyboard. It's just never going to work. Okay. Whatever. I hate my stupid Chungus life. Robot on the piano. Yeah, this is fucking bullshit. I fucking hate this. Oh my goodness. Try this. At least it's short. I just need to get through it. Oh, and they went... Okay, Iansan's one's gonna be rough, because it's literally math rock. It's fun, though. Also, it's very plainly not in sync with the music right now. I gotta change the note delay. Okay. Come on. Come on. What's really annoying is that you cannot actually... There's no way to space out the notes on the touchscreen if you play it on mobile without doing a curved setup. Which, if you play, I don't know, real touch rhythm games, but makes it harder to time, actually. It's really unpleasant. Okay, we gotta take this. Yeah, 0 is actually better. Better than 50, which is just nothing. Okay. Let's see. Oh, it's just that far one. I wish I could do this on my phone. The crazy thing is that her theme actually has a bit of this photon of fluctuation motif, as in the base battle theme. Okay, I just... This is just not fun on keyboard. I mean, I gotta rip my keys off and stick them on the screen so I can tap the screen. I mean, the other issue is just, I gotta put the mouse away. Okay. It's just the positioning of the actual keys. It's really angled away from the screen, too. As dumb as that sounds, that's also a psychological issue here. I'm so sick of everything. Maybe, I did theater. I need to just take a nap. I'm gonna do this and just take a nap after. I need to sleep. We got some fun interactions today. And I'm just gonna struggle my way through a few more songs and finish out. That's fine. Okay. So let me just move over the screen itself so it's more in line. Okay. This should be more doable, largely. Yeah, this is... Actually, this is even better than touchscreen. All I had to do was move the physical keyboard to be more in line with... Okay, that's so funny. I said it that way, so they're more in line, closer to each other. Wonder who they got to sing this. Okay, that was actually kind of rough. Okay, whatever. 96.6, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. This is 54 seconds of math rock. A lot of people hated this theme. A lot of people thought it was AI generated. No, it's just, most people have no idea what math rock is. Yeah, this is actually... And it's 1 minute, so they had to make it a nightmare. Yeah, it's still better on touchscreen, but... Yeah, I can't do this on keyboard. Can't do any of this on keyboard. Okay. That's 3. I need to pick the shortest ones and just struggle through them. But, I mean, forget. Okay. Just gonna do the short ones. Struggle my way through. I hate this. Okay. This is the fact that I have to... Okay. And, you know, genuinely just being able to widen the distance with my stupid fat fingers on the keyboard. Well, on touchscreen, this is terrible too. I mean, I could do it on lower difficulties, but whatever. That's even dumber. Okay. You know, if you want to get all schizo about it, the real proof that this game has shifted its target audience and no one cares about its female player base is that they put out... they gave a character a math rock theme song, which is literally the single most autistic genre of music. Other than, I don't know, maybe harsh noise. And I say this as someone who likes it. It's actually pretty well synced up to the music. Some of the other charts feel a little clunky. Imagine if this game had the rhythm game it does and just didn't actually have mobile. And you had to do it on keyboard. You know, there are some people who play Osu like that, you know, stuff like that. To be fair, it's a weird game that has you use both mouse and key because it was based off of a Nintendo DS game where that control scheme makes sense, but... Okay. So dumb. Let's need a few more. See what's nice and short. Gotta do a few more. Then I think I'll be done for the day. Hello. I'm struggling through the rhythm game on keyboard at the moment. Who was that? That was Kaido Strike. Yeah, I am just trying to get the Primogems. Yo, this is not on... Yeah, I normally like to do it on touchscreen, but, you know, I'm on PC right now, so I'm struggling. Yo, I've gotten... perfect full perfect clears on the hardest difficulty on some songs. The big one is Noobs. That's one I like a lot. But this is not the kind of thing you can do on a keyboard most time, unless you're a lunatic who plays Osu, which I'm not. I mean, I'm a lunatic, I just don't play Osu. But, how are you doing? You excited for next patch and the Ineffa, you know, Ineffa being the Emily to Flynn's Kinich. It's gonna be funny to see. But apparently, leakers were saying that Lauma was going to be the first, well, second half, but it looks to be as if Flynn's is going to be second half because it got revealed. Which, honest to goodness, I don't know why you wouldn't just put both in the first half since they're new, just like they did with Mavic and Citlali, unless they're trying to de-emphasize him, which, you know, not to get all conspiratorial. Right. Well, you just need gold here for the Primogems. And I mean specifically, they added some Primogem rewards for getting a decent rank on the new songs. I'm not trying to get the achievements here. I'm just trying to get the rewards for the current album. You know, if on my own time, I would like to get good rankings. Oh, right, it's Dulcim now. Okay, right. Yeah, but it's the principle of the thing. It's the principle of the thing. Yeah. Iansan's 54-second math rock theme song. I love this song, legitimately. A lot of people, I was talking about this a bit earlier, thought this song was AI generated because they just had never heard a math rock song before in their lives. So it's weird, screwy time signature and stop-start rhythm. But this is the kind of weird, you know, Mars Volta, Animals as a Leaders type music I like, or at least I listened to a lot back in high school, this kind of stuff. Well, not a lot, but, you know, some. There was a game called Danmaku Unlimited, which is a shoot-'em-up for iOS. I think it's on Steam too, but really, I like shoot-'em-ups best on touchscreen, just because of the control scheme. But they had somewhat similar music, just weird time signature, technical sounding guitar work. It's very niche music for sure, but it appeals to me. But how have you been? Anything interesting happened to you in regards to this game or anything else? Fair. It's funky, and, you know, this is not meant to brag because I'm struggling, but on touchscreen it goes even better. But I need to get a new phone for it because my current phone's cracked, and as such it doesn't read touch inputs all that well because the screen is screwy. Oh, right, I could show it here, the fact that I did manage to... And that was because it was reusing the hardest mode chart from the last rhythm event before they added it permanently, but I got a perfect clear on the highest difficulty for Noob's theme, which, to be fair, isn't that hard of one, but still, I'm proud of it. The fact that I even have a perfect clear only is kind of crazy. Small balls. Uh-oh. And we missed the perfect. That's a shame. Have you done this rotation of Imaginarium Theater? I tried it yesterday and barely missed out on the 10-star at the end on Suanni. It requires such a precise team composition to work. At least if you're not using, you know, overpowered high-con characters. But to make it work with low levels of investment, what I had to do was specifically target to keep Shinobu from the start, because she was one of the starting characters, then pick up Freminet, who's normal because he's one of the element, but also pick up specifically Xingqiu and Nahida, who were some of the guest characters, which was painful. Did you get all 10 stars? Did you torture yourself? I did. But I missed out on the 10th yesterday, which was really painful. And I came back today to... I missed that because keyboard sucks. And also I suck, and I'm sleep deprived. But I came back to get all 10 stars with much pain and suffering. which was fun, but I had to put together some weird teams and just basically run things so I could get a Freminet Hyperbloom team right for the end and then just barely get it. It's fun. I've got some decent characters. If you wanted to, you could shoot me a friend request and I'd loan out my characters. No shame. Gotta do a couple more. Yours is nice and short. Thank you. It's all about practice. Some of it is also just, I'd like to have a decent sense of rhythm from playing music in real life and singing, music education kind of stuff, but it's really almost everything that looks hard is a matter of practice. This is chill, but I like Iansan's the best. I have never played Osu. I'm kind of familiar with it, but I've never played it. Maybe it'd be fun to do once, just if there was popular demand. But I would suffer. Mind you, I would suffer. What I would do, I'd try the meme charts. The funniest chart that I'm aware of is the one from that One Room anime that people grind to get points in that game. Which is such a short clip that the clip actually loops before the song is done. That's one of the things I remember hearing and looking into when I try to get a basic familiarity. The keyboard isn't broken. It's a mechanical keyboard, which is why it's so clicky. That, of course, means, precise input, which is, it is what it is. I do not want to do that whole song. So, do I need to do any more at the moment? Yeah, having to sync key presses with moving the mouse is genuinely ridiculous. It's insane. For what it's worth, my job has heated back up as of recently. Normally we're not busy in the summer, but for reasons related to, the economic downturn, we've been busier than normal at this time of year. So unfortunately, I've been busier than I like to be, and therefore sleep deprived. I am not. I spend money on this game. That's why I roll for everybody. I have all but 4 characters. I started playing around Eula's first patch. I did not pick her up then. I picked her up in the patch where Valorian Mirage was being run. End of Sumeru. I still have not taken her to 90 because she's just not good. But my personal goal is to get every character at C0, and then ideally every character's signature weapon for characters who have one, 5 stars and all. But this is sort of my main game. No shame in that. I would never sell a kidney. I am gainfully employed. I might like to not be. I don't really enjoy my job, but I have to do it to survive, but it's just sort of, as cynical as it sounds, I'm an American. The chance of me ever actually owning a house are low, but if I'm going to be made to work, I can at least spend it on fun things to enjoy. I don't wail, it's just, this costs about as money as, it would to have a subscription to World of Warcraft or Final Fantasy XIV, so the big story about people destroying themselves with gacha is that there was some guy some years ago who took out a massive loan from the Yakuza in Japan to roll for Scothach in Fate Grand Order. And he got her, but he was not able to repay the debt, and they never heard from him again. Suffice it to say, that is not going to be what happens to me. Yeah, I can only imagine he was slowly tortured to death, or that they did the, oh, forget what it's called, the finger shortening. The Yubitsume, which is literally finger shortening, where if you're Yakuza and you really screw up, you have to chop off part of your finger to show you're sorry. What's really funny is that the Yakuza aren't really active anymore, because the Japanese government basically told them, please stop doing Yakuza things, and they actually basically said, okay, cool, which is hilarious. Well, yeah, but it's... that's not. I would not go into debt. I don't even take out credit card debt. I have never once spent money I don't have. You know, and some of that's a lot because I'm a loser who still lives at home. But to be fair, most people are these days. But oh, it's in the new area. That's funky. I guess we can run some ley lines in the new area. That's okay. Let's set this place up. I do not want to accidentally start a quest. We might. Okay. I am not taking the invitation. Keywords of technical, food, lodging, entertainment expense will be fully covered during the trial period. How about I bypass that completely, activate the statue, and do this event next time. Full on vacation mode again. We're waiting for our next stop to Noctizoke. Later. Not now. I would not do that. I am... in spite of everything, a rather responsible person. Asha, it's range Monatu that exhibit both a passion and talent for pigments. The one thing I mess up is that I don't get as much sleep as I should, but that's why I'm ending things early in a couple minutes. Fanning for spiritual perception is unusual among your kins from other regions. They can even be indwelt via spirit speaking. Indwell one, you'll be able to throw paintballs forward. Attack as a means of painting, hold down or aiming mode. Well, that's the thing. If I was dumb and died, I wouldn't be able to game anymore. I live to game. But to game, I have to keep living. And to keep living, I have to eat and sleep and make money. I'm not happy about it, but... Asha can dash in short bursts. Hold the dash button to choose the desired destination for your dash. You can also hold jump to jump higher. When Asha is in the air, you can hold to aim their paintballs. While aiming, your Asha will remain suspended in midair until next time you press the jump button. You can change the color of the paintballs anytime. They can also switch to invisicolor paintballs that remove any other colors they cover. And instead of orange, they have brown. Interesting. Well, one way or another... I wonder if I can find the local legend for the area. Let's put you on the map. Hola. And this island that I don't imagine I can reach at the moment. I wonder where embodiment of Noctizoke is. I could see it being in Guisli when I saw it before. Well, that's a problem for future me. So I guess the first time I'll fight that local legend is actually going to be in Omen Call of Omekali. Silly. I do mind. I'm in the American Midwest, which is pretty inexpensive, but that's all. I used to live in San Francisco, but I don't anymore. This contest, 5 different official music scores, melodies, trajectory. They don't have much. Worry. Oh, and hard to say. Yes and no. Let up the Easy Breeze Holiday Resort map in the Not-One region. Things are expensive and the housing market is shot through, but to be fair, that's also true of most other places at the moment, so what are you gonna do? Let's put Yellen back in. And shall I wrap up the target? What was I? Check that quest. Recollections. Oh, just the Archon quest itself. I can't take that, Asha. Let's fly over. Let's make our way over in that direction. Oh, you're from the Netherlands. Yeah, but it's graffiti. Perhaps because it's still in its soft opening phase, the Easy Breeze Holiday Resort still has many areas filled with the light spots that have yet to be painted. These are called graffiti zones. You can use your paint pigments to freely change the color of these areas. If you were to fill certain graffiti zones with color, something wonderful might happen. Later. Okay. I just want to run the What is that funky balloon? We'll find out. I want to go run some ley lines. Yeah, it... I speak a bit of Spanish. It's decent, enough to communicate with people at my job. But it's still not as good as it probably should be. And I've been learning Japanese off and on for the last few years. Enough to pick up on basic wordplay sometimes, but past that, I don't know. And oh, that's the Asha. I mean, most people who aren't American or English still have some decent knowledge of English for, reasons. The real question, I suppose, is how much longer that's going to last and be necessary because of, America kind of wrecking its own international hegemony for no real reason other than just basically it's their own stupidity. But it's just sort of, places still want English teachers, but yeah, Europe's interesting. I went there a few years ago, and it was nice and all, but there's a certain sort of indignity, I suppose, in being a place that relies on tourism, first and foremost. My mother's actually originally from Hawaii, and it's the same kind of thing there. I don't know if you've seen all the memes about the current leader of, oh goodness, of Burkina Faso, and the whole tomato paste thing, and people joking, oh yeah, they made tomato paste. Well, yeah, because, part of basic self-reliance and dignity is making your own finished goods and food production, as opposed to just sending crops and getting canned food sold back to you at a markup. Like Guam, I guess. There was this series of essays I read some years ago about, essentially, the origins of modern obesity. And it wasn't 100% conclusive, but it put forward a number of hypotheses that it found as likely. The biggest one it put forth was actually lithium contamination. Because lithium is factually known to cause weight gain, and various things like use of certain salts to melt ice on roads, and things like fracking tend to add lithium to the water supply. Yeah, it ain't looking good. It ain't looking good. Get ready for the Waters Wars. Well, the main thing about, like I was saying, obesity is that people around 100 to 80 years ago didn't really eat all that much better than people did. They didn't. They exercised less, too, on average, but they were also a lot... Oh, and is this the local legend right here? We may have found it. In which case, this could be fun as a way to finish things off. Let's get a teleport waypoint before I end up getting murdered. But again, the thing that's weird about modern obesity is that based on the way people's eating and exercise habits have changed over time, you would expect people to be less fat, not more than they were 80 years ago. And the interesting thing about the whole Ozempic craze is the fact that it solves, quote-unquote, a lot of health problems that aren't purely just weight gain, which implies that it specifically counteracts some kind of specific, quote-unquote, contaminant that's causing lots of health problems. Last survivor of Tenoktozoke, actor Papar. Paralysis points temporarily paralyze a target. Actor. Oh, so this is a game of sorts. Interesting. Turn into a hat. So we want to... Well, really, if you're in water, we don't need to have a specific character to trigger Lunar Charge in the team, do we? We don't. Okay. Pardon the true form, dispel its confirmations. Lunar Charge, oh my goodness. Is that... kinda. Let's destroy the hat. That... Well, who knows which one is real? I'm not sure anyone does. Come on. This is agonizing. Oh, and, well, that kinda works. Come on. Yeah, but... Which... I should have paid attention to something then. That's funky. But yeah, this is the Lunar Charge-oriented local legend, but since it's on water, really, we just leave. Electro application. Yeah, I'm not a fan of it either, but the point is that just junk food alone does not... Well, we died. Okay, good thing we got a heal here. Yeah, but is this the local legend, or are there the only one, or are there others around? That's the question. Either way, we may as well go full Electro, since we don't need... so that also, Eva doesn't really target the hat. That's what's funky. It could go Aoife and then just send out Yai or I don't know. Oh, nice. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next weekend, probably. Do the event and go hard on the area, but there's also Stygian Onslaught coming up soon. But yeah, I tried the Ride and Trail challenge in theater today too, and that one was wretched. It was outright wretched. Yeah, again, it's gonna be interesting picking up 2 5-star characters next patch, and potentially Nilu too, because I don't have her, and she's gonna probably work pretty well with Alma, who's gonna be a lunar balloon character. What's kind of annoying is that unlike Ineffa, who makes Electro Charge outright something different, Lunar Bloom is just a big instance of damage you charge up by triggering normal blooms. Doesn't really change the normal blooms itself, but what are you gonna do? When did you start playing? And that's the real question. Either way, we don't need any of that in there. Let's put in official and... honestly, just an Electro Charge DPS. We could put in Corin. That's fine. Fair, but... yeah, when did you start playing? Aoife could be good in here, but... this is funky. I like that they use a good deal of Saurians here. Got some Varesa racetracks around. Varesa's theme is also... they really did a good job on the Varesa and Iansan theme tracks. I liked those a lot. Because again, you know, they got metal, they got math rock, you know, I'm biased, but... oh, and also this is... we only got 2 kinds of helmets in the party, so... you would be better off with something like Deathmatch. Oh, okay, so you've been off and on. I've been reliable since Eula's first patch. Thanks. Cool. Paralysis points. And we got no healing, that's the thing. We do have a shield, but even still, that's what's funky. And... come on. Thank you. And... take this out. That's fine. Oh look, it's the hats. And we got you in place. You are not going to change out of the way, are you? You can keep the real normal hat in here, probably. If this is the... is this the real hat? Oh, that's what you can see. That's the real hat, because it's got the face on it. Now I see. That's funky. Okay. Okay. That's fun. Now I understand. It's the other way you can tell. Yeah, Kazu's crazy. He's one of the most busted characters in the game, no questions asked. If you have Kazuha, he's pretty much mandatory to build. Okay, this is gonna be rough. Okay, that's whatever. Yeah. But he might not be as crazy as he used to be, but that's really mostly just because Xianyun does things kind of similarly. Still very good at... how'd Corin die? Yeah, I would recommend it. Let's just take that. Thanks. Cool. And... So the way you... Excuse me. Yeah, he's still good. The main thing is that he isn't the only option anymore. Okay, we're gonna charge on you. Now you're... Where are you? Come on. Oh, please. Got the charge, but that's still rough. Please. Good thing we got the healing in. Oh my goodness. That was crazy. Lunar charge on you. That's the right one. Right one with the hat. Okay, and come on. Please, Lord. Heal yourself up with your E. Yeah. If you don't have the other options, he's gonna be your best option, but he's not the only option anymore. Yeah. But the game's fun. It meets a lot of my personal requirements and desires in the game. In that it's got a lot of nice minigame modes, so it's not just the same thing all the time. Yeah, Varka's gonna be fun. I'm excited for him. Apparently he's going to be a mono Anemo DPS similar to Last Survivor of Tennoktazok. We beat this local legend, and Korin only had to die once. Okay. Oh no. Defeat local legend, the last survivor Tennoktazok, and yeah, there's no duelist achievement. That's the only achievement there. Just beat it at all normally. That's interesting, and it dropped. Let me see. Dropped whistles, didn't it? Tennoktazok. Let me see. Embodiment of Tennoktazok. It drops. Let me see. Well, I get Welkin. I get Battle Pass. Let me see. Oh, I'll look that up myself. Yeah, I'm not gonna have to cash out a bunch, because I've already got... I should have enough savings by then. Yeah, with a little bit of luck, you can reasonably pick up new characters that come out of your focus, say, on getting them C0. The first time... I did that for the first time when the Inazuma Chronicle banner came back. Because when it came out, there are 4 characters I currently don't have. Ito, Ayato, Niwu, and Klee. And when the Inazuma Chronicle banner dropped a couple patches... Last patch... No, a couple patches ago. There were 6, and it was the addition of Ayaka and Kokomi. Now I have Ayaka and Kokomi, because I picked them up from the Inazuma Chronicle banner, but it took a bit of spend. So, that is when and why I purchased. Pick you up. Thank you. Also, if you have any interest, there is a fan Discord server. There's good chat to be had, if you have any interest. We don't bite, probably. Oh, okay, just normal swirls. There we go. Well, I haven't had to do it since. Frankly, I'm probably going to end up doing it again. But, as for now, that's been the only time. So I'm just gonna run a few ley lines and probably stop off for today afterwards, because like I said, I'm quite tired. I did it because I hadn't used the one-time top-up bonus. That's what determined it. When top-up bonus comes back, there's a good chance I do it again. We'll see. And oh, that's right, he doesn't have... Oh, he doesn't have Fab right now because someone else is holding Fab. That's the issue and why this team's energy feels worse. That's silly. Oh, that's okay. Also, I definitely need to cut down on... Oh, change the rotation so the one's coming in last. The movement, or what specifically? Let me see something. Oh, okay. Yeah, it depends on the character you use. There are people who've had motion sickness issues with characters. The big one is Keenich, because he's constantly moving and rotating. But... Oh, wait, what the heck? Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, that's why his damage wasn't doing anything. Well, part of the reason, because music, he was holding the VV set. Oh, duh. I mean, in the end, he was just there to shred, and, well, he wasn't shredding because he didn't have VV. That's why things felt so bad. Okay, whatever. Ugh. Yeah, that's the thing with theater. Well, also the thing is just that pretty much every Anemo character needs VV, and you only have so much of it. So silly. Proto-Amber, we don't need healing. Any more healing, at least. So let's take this back from you. Well, let's switch to this one. Yeah, it's very difficult for people who don't have heavily built characters. And a big roster. It's meant to be, in part, a roster check, which I enjoy it. Because I've got a good roster, and it lets me use characters who I don't often use. But it's very plainly not a new player-friendly mode. Well, the big thing is that I've played consistently for literal years. And, you know, spent little bits of time and money that accumulate over time. That's really all there is to it. And, come on. Let's take this out. This should be good. We got our Night Soul up. And get our shocks on. This is good. This is this team's potential. More or less. Kinda, sorta. Okay, cool. Yeah, if so. But it's also, I enjoy a slow, gradual grind. Not everyone does. Also, if you have any interest, check out some of the redeems we have. Some of them are pretty entertaining and funny. Could have me do a line read or an impression or something. Yeah, the Discord link is down below in the about. Yeah, exactly. There you go. See? Yeah, it's been a long time since I drank something other than water. I don't even know the last time I drank soda, honestly. It's just not really my thing. Okay, and just like that, let's run another real quick, and the Lunar Charge already did its trick. Very nice. And again, the fact that it can crit helps a lot. It did decently well against the Autopods, even though it is plainly a multi-target oriented reaction. With enough time, as crazy as this might sound, you begin to appreciate the taste of water. And again, I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. Okay, got our clouds coming. Very, very nice. I like this. I'm weird because I generally just don't really consume anything with processed sugar in it in general. But most things taste quite sweet to me. The funniest one is that, oh goodness. Carrots, for example, taste pretty sweet to me. Most vegetables taste sweet. I get cold water from the tap. I have a thermos, so I don't really have to worry about heat issues, but that's all it really is. Also, I might be better off running Xingqiu in here instead of Yelan, just because the duration, and it is all about application. I don't know. I would be able to get things started sooner if so. Yeah, some people do, but I don't. That's the thing. It'd still be best to put him in last, even if... Okay. We'll see. Got the Transient, and yeah, I think be best off having Xingqiu in the party. Well, like I said, my palate, as I would say, is used to things that don't have a lot of sugar in them. So even things that aren't particularly sugary taste sweet to me. What other wave content could I do? And that's probably why the Bishop fight was so garbage, because I didn't have... That's right. Dumb. I don't. Generally, I don't really need to, because I'm not really a big snacker. Or at least, I don't eat things that would cause me to need to count calories, in most cases. I'm also just kind of naturally skinny to begin with, but that's how it all is. We should fix that out for you. No. I usually eat 3 a day. It's just... There are things I have to worry about and things I don't. And that's one of the things I generally don't. Let's try this wave challenge with them here. And go for this. See how this is gonna go. Let's try this out and dodge. Thanks. Take you out. Group you up and let's see. Cool. Swirl that and keep on getting the lunar charge. Again, the rotation would probably be best off if I put in Xingqiu a little later, actually. Okay. And yeah, as long as you're fine with that, I suppose. Don't hurt or deprive yourself. It's generally a bad idea. Move around in a circle, and what do you know? We got more of you. Let's see how well we can lure you into one spot, and cool. Again, she has problems getting her burst back reliably. Sometimes. Thank you, and this is how we want to run it. Okay. Move around you. That probably hurt the burst, that's fine. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend cannibalism. It's generally not a good way to go about things. People tend to respond pretty badly. Now, this is actually working pretty darn well, though. Okay. Come on, we just gotta try to lure you in here. And please, please. Keep the clouds going, keep the Hunter Swirl going. This is actually a very competent team. I like it a lot. And keep you in here, and go for the Rocket Punch. I have not. Sometimes I make joking threats of cannibalism to people in chat as a joke. As a joke. Not real. I'm not actually a cannibal, mind you. But never have I actually met a cannibal or considered it personally. I don't know. Maybe if I encountered someone really annoying, I might eat them for fun. But yeah, that did pretty darn well. I like this team comp. But yeah, seems that the Xingqiu or our own Ineffa team comp is how you want to handle this here. I don't know if I got really hungry. If it was that or death, and I lost the few moral qualms I have. I'm wondering. This is a mobile team. Again, I think that was the last real thing I'm going to do today. I came here for theater mostly. But I could try the Raiden one a few times, actually. That'd be fun. It depends on the human. That's what I've heard. Apparently it tastes like pork. That's what I've really heard, which is interesting. Yeah, if we can get you in one spot together, that's pretty darn good. Yeah, this ain't half bad for the purposes. And didn't quite work. And thanks. Spin, hit you. Again, this is not necessarily ideal, but gotta stay together, and they aren't always together. Interesting though. And try this out, and thanks, dodge on you. There we are, we got all the energy back we needed, more or less, and oh look, you are going to slam and collide. Let's focus on the go if we can. It's interesting to try this with an AoE team. not amazing. You really do not want to be running Skirk with any non-Cryo or Hydro characters, because she loses a lot of damage if you have even one team member of the wrong element. It's silly and very restrictive, but that's how her team works. She is meant to be used with Escoffier specifically. It is what it is. You know, am I happy about it? No, but that's how it is. Let's see, and the other way you, and focus on you over here. Your charge damage, and will you kill each other? You should. Almost. Not quite. Did die more or less at the same time. Well, the crazy thing is that Diamond and Mika would work. Mika would actually be pretty good, because the attack speed. That's all he offers, but it's fine. The main thing is that you don't need Cryo application, really. You need constant Cryo application. You need the other 3 members of your party to deal some instance of Cryo or Hydro damage at some point in the rotation. And you need, I believe... Well, Skirk is silly. You know, I have her weapon, but I will not pretend like I'm particularly fond of the way her kit works. You need at least one of both for the skill bonus, but you can actually run her with only other Cryo characters and still get her multiplier boost, because this multiplier boost is ridiculous. You're losing out on about almost a quarter of her damage, a little above. Almost a third of her damage at least, if you don't have 3 other Hydro or Cryo characters. Because it's just a flat multiplier buff. Just a multiplier to all her damage. Not in the way of damage bonus, but just a pure multiplier. Kaya would work. It's just, if you have other Hydro and Cryo characters that provide some utility, yeah, I would recommend, you could use Barbara, Milani, and then Kai or Diona or Mika. And Milani's actually pretty decent if you run her as a scroll holder, just to have her proc frozen to give that Cryo and damage buff to Skirk. It's silly, but if you don't have Escoffier and Fiorina, it's honestly one of the better options just because it's so restrictive. Is it pleasant? No, but it works. Emily's good, but really for Emily, it's you either run her with Keenage for a dedicated burning team, or you run her with a Pyro character to enable another character like Rithezli to do melts. And honestly, if you've got Rithezli, you probably want to be running him as Freeze with Escoffier anyway these days, just because of how good Escoffier is. Yeah, the issue is that Emily doesn't buff burning in any way. She doesn't buff anyone on the team in any real way. It's just she deals good off-field damage if you've got a team that's already using burning. And the only ways you can really make that work are either Burn Melt or Keenage. Those are the 2 options. And it isn't great. It's not great. She's probably the earliest true niche character that was made. But if you don't have any other off-field Dendro, you can run Emily for that. It's just that a lot of her kit shuts down if you're not running Burning. And it's not especially easy to run Burning with any other characters who aren't suited for the reaction specifically. The big thing is that in beta, in the final Fontaine patch before Not One came out, Emily originally had a damage penalty to Quicken that prevented her outright from doing anything with Quicken. That never made it into release. So if you don't have any other off-field Dendro and you need someone to run a Quicken team on, she can work. It's not going to be her niche, and she's not going to be great at it, to the point that you may as well honestly run someone like Koi or Dendro Traveler. But if she's your only option, she's a serviceable option. No, she never got nerfed. Characters don't really got nerfed. In beta, she got buffed in that she was previously prevented outright from working in Quicken, but now it's just not her niche. You can use her for Quicken if you have to. It's just you'd probably be better off running someone else, like even Yao Yao Kole or Dendro Traveler. But she is a sub-DPS pure and simple. And maybe Danger application for a burning team. But the only way to make burning really work in a team comp is Key Nature Burn Melt. No, she's not. She's not. I like her as a character. Her kit's fun for what it is. But the only time I was really ever able to use her was the last Stygian Onslaught, where they had the Lava Dragon statue, and therefore it'll be back in 2 days. A little over. Lava Dragon statue, which is a boss you want to use burning for. Though, to be fair, you can also kind of use Overload with Varesa, and it's actually probably a little better. Because it's really hard to fill its burning gauge in Stygian, even much harder than it is in base game and Abyss. But it is what it is. Yeah. Are you on EU? Otherwise, I could look at your account. What I'll say is that I'm actually about to hop off for the day because I really, really need to take a nap. I am exhausted. But like I said, if you haven't already, feel free to join the Discord. We have a channel for this game. Yeah, I'm on America, so I would not be able to check the info, but feel free to join the Discord, and I would be more than happy to give you build advice in the channel. Well, I'm aware, but what I mean is that if you want long-term build advice, you can ask me and other people in the server. Thank you. Yeah, it's just down below in the description. I'll be hopping off soon. Black Sword's good, decent for Skirk, but especially if you need help with her crit. What I'd say, though, is Finale of the Deep, which is the Fontaine Craftable Sword, is also quite good for her. That's one thing I'd recommend, too. Big thing is, what kind of artifact set is that? It's... Oh, it's pure off-pieces. Okay. The best thing you can really do for her is just get her a specific set. Which, her domain's a little annoying to farm because it requires the plunge enemy. But you can run low-level Stygian when it comes back in a few days and farm the artifact set through Stygian. If you can beat any of the bosses on hard or above, which isn't that hard. You could probably do it with the Skirk you've got. And then farm for something like Marcia Say or Finale, the Deep Galleries. Then do it in Stygian. You can farm any artifact in Stygian, and it's going to be back in a couple of days. As long as you can clear the bosses on hard or above it all. You know, even one of the 3 bosses, because one of them is going to be that cactus guy. Another is going to be the Papola. And then you might do best running Fischl with something like Milani and trying for the Electro charges on the cactus guy. It's going to be Papola, cactus guy, and... Oh, who is the other? Stygian Onslaught. 5.8 is... It's got the Papola and... Oh, Casio. Your best bet would probably actually be using Emily to do burning on the Papola. Because burning is actually a pretty good way to destroy its Void Shield because of the rapid elemental damage ticks. It's not amazing by any means, but it's a good way to run it, and that's what I'd recommend personally. Let's pick this up. I don't need to make anything right now. I don't need to make anything right now. I will be back next weekend after being much better slept. Yeah, but you don't need to go on a high difficulty of Stygian to be able to get artifacts by doing Stygian. And it's literally a more efficient way of farming artifacts if it's during the time period, because you get bonus artifact sets every few runs. If you can beat any of the bosses, and again, I think your best bet if you're running it on hard, which is the lowest difficulty you can get artifacts from by running Stygian, is to fight the Papola using Emily and probably Zhongling, so that you can burn away its Void Shield. Because Kazuha you can run with Milani, actually. That might be another bet. It's basically a boss for Milani specifically. But Oh, to know the cactus boss is silly. I'm not sure it requires a lot. It's silly. Well, with that, I will be hopping off and taking a nap and doing laundry. Probably. So, like I said, if you want to chat more, and I'd love to chat more, feel free to pop down and join the Discord below. We don't bite. Well, I mean, not violently. We don't have diseases, so. See ya, Sounddragon.